Hello, Assalamu alaikum students. My name is Sayyid Ahmed Sultan, and today it's my first video. And in this video, we will discuss the financial maths. And in financial maths, we have the following topics: the simple interest and the compound interest. First of all, we will discuss the simple interest. Friends, basically, the simple interest means the interest which will you earn without any changing, without any compounding. Okay, let me just demonstrate it. If you didn't understand that, so I'm giving you an example, then you will easily understand what does it means. But first of all, just let me show you the formulas for the simple interest. The formula for the simple interest is I equals to P into R into T, where P is your present value, or the value which will you going to deposit in the bank, and the bank will give you the interest rate. This R is known as the interest rate given by the bank, and the time T is the time period, in which you are depositing your amount. Okay, like from 2000 to 2008. So there is 8 periods difference, and for 8 periods you are depositing your amount. Okay, so the another formula is S equals to P 1 plus, it's not I or another alphabet, it's called 1 plus RT. Okay, this thing is same in this thing called the accumulate factor. Okay, this value called accumulate factor. Okay, now 1 plus RT, 1 is the constant, R is again the interest rate, time is T is the time, P is your present value, but here S equals to your future value. Okay, which will you have after some time period. Okay, so just let me give you the example. The example is sorry for this. An investor wants to know that how much will he have after 8 years if he is depositing. Sorry, my writing is not good, but you have to adjust it. If he is depositing $2,000 at 12% simple interest. Okay, here is our question. Just let me revise the question. The question is, an investor wants to know that how much will he have after 8 years. Y denotes the year. If he is depositing $2,000 at 12% simple interest. Okay, so here I'm putting these values in the formula. The formula is S equals to P 1, sorry, it's not 1, it's 1 plus RT, it's 1. Okay, it is 1 and 1 plus RT, and here he wants to know the future value, right? So P is $2,000, the initial amount or the present value of the amount. 1 plus interest rate is 12%, and it is for the 8 years. So the answer will gonna be 3920. The investor will have this amount after 8 years. Okay, the investor will have this amount after 8 years if bank is giving this interest rate, and if he is depositing this amount in the bank. Okay, then after 8 years he will have this value. Okay, so this it was the application, it was the formula, it was the example of simple interest. Okay, so we are discussing furthermore, we are discussing the compound interest. Now we are discussing the compound interest. Okay, the compound interest. So if before the starting, let me just tell you one thing. The thing is that the factor 1 plus RT in the simple interest, this factor known as accumulating factor. Okay, this factor is called the accumulating factor, and it is the MCQ point, so you should remember, because in exam it could be asked from you. Okay, so now let's move on. The compound interest. The formula for the compound interest is compound interest. Here C denotes the compound and I denotes the interest. Okay, so the compound, this formula is for the value of compound interest. This formula is used to find out the compound interest which are you getting, which are you getting from the bank. So the formula for the compound interest is A minus P. Simple. P, A is the present value, future value, and if I make it simple, so S minus P, the future value minus the present value. Okay, the future value minus the present value, you will have your compound interest. Okay, so you can find out this compound interest, but let me just demonstrate it more deeply. Okay, now if the compound interest is equals to 1 minus P, so we can write this formula in this we can write this formula in this manner as well, that I equals to P 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. Okay, this is small n and it is the power on the whole bracket. Okay, and I is the interest rate over here. Okay, so I is the interest rate over here, and there is another several formula for this, and we will just discuss those formulas in the next video. Okay, and I will give you the example for the compound interest as well in the next video. So thank you very much for watching this video, and if you enjoy it, so please share it to your friends